Hey everyone, Crystal and I are here to help you set up your classroom visitor logs. It should be a fairly simple process. As we're going along, if you get, just hit your pause button a lot because we'll go kind of fast and just catch up with it that way. You can watch it over and over if you need to. First step, we're going to create a new Google form. So we're going to go to forms.new. In a new tab, just type in forms.new. That should create a blank form for you. And as that comes up, you'll see where it says Untitled Form in the top left corner. Go up to the corner one. There we go. Change that to your last name visitor log. So we're going to do Darnell visitor log. Obviously, if there's more than two of you with the same name in the building, i.e. Rubles, type in Rubel, comma T visitor log. Okay. Once you do that, that'll change the other space where it said Untitled Form. We'll go down to our first question where it says Untitled Question. We want to change that to name, and that will change the type of question to a short answer. We want to make that question required, so go down below where it says required, click that tab, and then we'll create a new question. Get your little plus with the arrow. Your new question is, are you coming in or going out? And that's simply what you're asking any classroom visitors, are they coming or leaving? And then that'll change it to a multiple choice. Change option 1 to coming in. Hit add option, make that going out. And then we'll scroll to the bottom of that question and where we can make that one required as well. Okay. And we will make one more question, so hit the add question again. We'll make this question notes, N-O-T-E-S, which should change the type to a paragraph, and we do not want that one to be required. Okay, so we've created our form. Now we just need to go up, do not make them required. Yeah, go up to the top, and we are going to look for the settings wheel. It's a little gear wheel right next to the send button. So if you'll click that, and we want to deselect or unselect where it says restrict to Anderson County. So unselect that one. Now in your presentation settings, so kind of up there at top middle, we're going to click that, and where it says confirmation message, we're going to change it to this or something that says this to this effect. If staying more than 2 minutes, please use this form again when you leave, or fill out form again when you leave, or something to that effect. Complete this form when you leave, or again when you leave. Perfect. Okay, we'll hit save. We'll save our settings. We've done that. And it's important that you do these things in the right order. So we've done our settings. Next, we want to create one response. So we're going to go up to the preview button right next to send in the wheels, the little eyeball. Click the eyeball. And in this, you can just make up a name, Joe Schmo, test student, John Doe, whatever you want to put, and just say if they're coming in or going out, and then you'll hit the submit button. All right, we'll submit that. Now we can close that tab and go back to the tab where we created our form. So there we go. And on this screen, we want to click the responses tab. And up here, we're going to create a new spreadsheet. So you see the little green icon for Google Sheets. We'll click on that. It'll ask us if we want to create, and yes, we want to create. So hit the purple create button. And then that'll open up a spreadsheet in a new tab. The spreadsheet should be titled Your Last Name Visitor Log Responses. And it may take this a second or two to work, but in just a moment, right next to responses, we're going to get a star and a move folder and a cloud icon. See where it's working, so we'll wait just a second for this to happen. And there's our cloud. There's our star. Right between those, in just a second, when it's done working, will be a folder. Still working. Second day of school. Things aren't going fast yet. There it is. All right. So click on that. And what we're basically going to do, we're going to move that spreadsheet to our shared drive. So right next to the My Drive at the top, you'll hit the arrow to the left, which will take you to a window where you see shared drives. Click shared. And inside there, we're looking for the one that's Emma B. Ward. And there it is. And inside that one, we're looking for a folder called Classroom Visitor Logs. So we'll probably have to scroll down. There it is. You just highlight that, and then you can hit the Move button. And it'll ask you, by moving, you're going to change ownership to the shared drive. That's okay. So we'll hit the blue button again. And now we are actually done with that page. So we can X out that tab and go back to our form page. On this one, we want to last step here, we want to go to the Send button. Over to the right side, it says Send. We'll click that. And we want to send, we want the link. So we see where it says Send via email. We'll change that to the link. And there it is. And we'll go down to where it says Copy over on the right-hand side. So we'll copy that. You could have selected it and Control, paste it, and all that kind of stuff. But that button is right there for us. So we can close that. We're up now where it says Send Form. We'll close that. All right, next we'll open a new tab. We are most of the way done, so don't get worried. We're getting there. In this new tab, we want to type in QR-code, C-O-D-E, -generator. And it may automatically come up, and if you've ever been to that, but that's what we're looking for. This page right here, that first one, QR-code-generator, where we're going to create a QR code. There are other ways you can create it. This is just one that's worked pretty well. All right, once that loads, where it says enter your website, text or drop a file, we can hit Control, we can paste or Control V, and that gives us that. And then go straight over to the right, you'll see frames. We want to select one of those top rows of frames. Those are free. The bottom row we have to pay for. So maybe pick the middle one there. That's a good one. And it'll say Scan Me. Okay, either one's fine. Right below that is a download button. So if you hit your download button, and you'll notice the blue bar, it'll take it a couple minutes. It basically wants you to look at their ad while you're waiting. But on a Chromebook, you should have a window pop up in the bottom right corner that says, and you have an option to copy to clipboard. So if you copy to clipboard, if you're not using a Chromebook, it'll save it in your downloads folder. And on the next step, you just have to know where to go get it. Okay, so you now close that window or close that tab and open a new tab. And on this tab, we're going to make our door sign. So we'll go to Slides. Google Slides is a great tool for making stuff like this. Just go to slides.new. And that'll give us a new blank page. And on this page, we don't even have to worry about naming it or anything. You may want to get rid of the click to add title boxes. You can leave them and come back to them in a minute. But if you'll paste in your QR code, so where she copied to her clipboard, all she has to do is hit Control V or paste, and it should come right up there. Fingers crossed. All right, maybe not. The other way to do it is go to Insert. Under Insert, we'll insert an image. And we'll go to Upload from Computer. And we're going to look for it. I think it might have default named it Frame or something like that. But if you look at your little icons, you should be able to scroll down and see one that looks like a QR code.
All right, we'll search frame. There we go. Yeah.
Frame.png. So we'll insert that onto our page. Now, the rest of it, basically what we're going to do is create a sign for our door. So this is where you can get fancy and add your Bitmojis, all your cute stuff, and just make that fun. You will need to change the layout of the page. So go to File. This would be real quick. go to page setup, and you probably won't show up automatically. You just have to keep scrolling down towards the bottom. Hit page setup, and we're going to change that from widescreen to custom, and we'll make that the width 10.5 and the height 8. And it should default to inches. We'll leave it at that. We hit apply, and that will create it where it'll work real well with our printer. And then once you create it with all your colorful stuff, you can send it to Miss Hubbard, and she will print it in color and laminate it, and you're good to go.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Eller.